Hey guys, it's Julia Pierce with Plumline Productions. And today I want to talk about the criminal investigation that is underway regarding the finance department in Columbus, Georgia. Now, while the recusal that comes from the district attorney's office is inspiring, and in my opinion, a very ethical move, I want to call attention to the fact that we are only being told that there are 3 people who are being referenced in this criminal investigation in the finance department. And only 2 of those people are being named. But I am going to reveal some evidence in the following few minutes that I hope will call your attention to not just stop at these 3 individuals. And although I do say that they have had participation in what they have been alleged to participate in, this evidence will also show that the people who are over those individuals also participated. And I'm going to use the example of vehicle purchases for the Muskogee County Sheriff's Office, which the check was approved by Miss Alexander, and Miss Andrea McCorvey was involved, as well as Greg Countryman and Isaiah Hugley. And the email thread that I'm going to be showing you shows the chain of events that happened with regards to all individuals who are part of purchasing on behalf of the city with city taxpayer funds without the correct processes or approvals. And I also will be showing you part of the city charter for Columbus that indicates that these purchases as emergency are outside of the scope of the duties of any of the people involved, to include Isaiah Hugley. Also, I will be calling attention to that these specific vehicles were approved for purchase using 2021 SPLOST funds. So before I start showing you evidence, the question that you may be asking is, why are you really showing us this information? Well, once again, because I don't want us to just stop at the 3 individuals that are being tossed under the bus for just doing the jobs that they were told to do by their bosses. And as Greg Countryman is involved in these improper purchases and he is investigating the finance department for their crimes, I think it's a little suspicious and convenient that he's the one doing the criminal investigation while he should also be including himself. So here is where Greg Countryman is reaching out to Andrea McCorvey and copies Angelica Alexander and Rebecca Osborne on this email, basically stating, hey, I need some vehicles. We have a need to transport these juveniles and adults, which we've been doing a lot of. It's imperative for me to have these, and I really just need to see if you can process these as soon as possible. Now, at this moment, and I want to remind everybody, this date was March 5th, you can actually see that Andrea McCorvey is doing what she should be doing. She is citing the procurement ordinance and basically stating that the city manager has to approve what it is that you're requesting as an emergency purchase and states before purchasing can proceed, you're going to have to email the city manager detailing the emergency, the vendor, the total cost, and funding source. And then she also says, did you check to see that the vendor is under a cooperative contract with fleet management? And here is the approval from Isaiah Hugley. You can see that at the top. You can also see that Greg Countryman says thanks. And then Angelica Alexander sends this forward to Greg Countryman saying that SPLOST funding has been approved and is available for these vehicles. Now, here is the SPLOST approval, and it was written for Headquarter Nissan of Columbus for a total of $93,232 for 2 vehicles. And you can see that Andrea McCorvey gives the purchasing approval at the bottom, and Greg Countryman signs it. Now, I do not know whose financial planning approval signature that is. Here is the purchase order for Headquarter Nissan for one of the Dodge Challenger Scat Packs. You can see that it was $49,500 and that it was from SPLOST. And that actual code that they have there, which I was able to cross-reference on other vehicle approvals that I have received, is for 2021 SPLOST. And here is the second one for $43,732, again approved from 2021 SPLOST. In order for this to be an emergency purchase, the city charter says a purchase made by Columbus Consolidated Government due to an unexpected and urgent request where health and safety or the conservation of public resources is threatened. And in the city charter, an emergency procurement says as the purpose, regardless of any other provision of the procurement ordinance, the city manager may make or authorize others to make emergency procurements of supplies, equipment, services, or construction services when there exists a threat to public health, welfare, or safety, or other exigent circumstances as specified by the city manager. So my question, what was the threat to public safety or public health? And would needing these vehicles, according to what Greg said he needed them for, does that classify as an exigent circumstance? And here is the check written by Angelica Alexander. So if Greg Countryman is benefiting from these people he is investigating, then he should be included in that investigation as well. So who's going to call in an outside authority to do that? Make sure to follow me on Plumline Productions on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Y'all have a wonderful day.